Today on my next project, stick around and find out how we make a simple and easy farm style table. This table here is what we're going to make, and seriously, this is one of the easiest projects I've done in a while.
Studio Epic.
Start off by cutting each of my boards in half. These are 2x6s, and these are rough cuts in order to get these into more manageable pieces to use on the table saw and in the planer. One thing I like to do is I like to make several passes whenever I'm sneaking up on rounding over these edges, and sneaking up on making it to a certain length. So I'm going to make probably 2 passes on each side of this board to get it down to the 5 inches.
This is the first pass. This is pass number 2. Number 3. And finally, number 4. And remember, I did this for every single one of the boards I'm using in this project. Here we have lots and lots of, you guessed it, planing. But this is much easier than sanding later.
And that's going to be the glue up for this.
Here, I am trimming up the 2x4s to glue up for the legs. Now, I am gluing up the legs. I had to rewind it and try again, but I was able to get a good cut on each end of the table. Now we'll get ready to add the breadboard ends. Four cuts later, and we have legs. I'm doing a 3-step process on these legs. I'm running one side through, flipping it over, running the other side, flipping it back over, and running it through there a 3rd time to get down to the final 3-inch dimension. You may recall I already ran one side through here before the glue up. That will be the side I start with against the fence.
I have a little bit of movement on my board warping, so I got this board clamped here, as you can see. Now I'm going to repeat this step on both sides. So I'm going to add quite a bit of glue onto this seam. So I've got my legs set up, you can see all 4 of them, and I measured, and I went ahead and cut these boards here that's going to go between them all the way around. So now I'm going to go back and probably trim these down to 3 inches wide like these are, cutting off the sides to get them squared up, and then come back and attach them to the legs, and then we'll be ready to try to put these legs onto the actual table.
Glue, screw, and square. This was pretty much a repeat process for all 4 legs.
I went ahead and added these clamps for extra strength on the side. So now I'm going to turn my attention over here and start sanding. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I made some lines all the way around of where I'm going to put the legs on this. I have these little blocks clamped in place so it's spaced out evenly. So now I'm going to go back and put glue all inside these lines. Now we'll just take it and set it over and inside all of our blocks. To make sure I got real good contact here in the corners, I'm going to go ahead and clamp these down, apply a little pressure before I put the screws in. So here's what we got. I'm going to put these leg levelers on there, and these are a lot smaller than my base is. I'm doing this for two reasons. One is in case it is a little bit unbalanced, I can level it with this. Two is it'll keep this in-grain bottom off of the floor. Alright, it says to drill this 1 1/8 inches deep. I'm sure as you've seen on hundreds of videos, just put some tape on there and drill down. And I have some of this Gorilla Super Glue that I bought for another project a while back. The magnets, you may remember with the when I messed up putting it on the box for the dominoes. And we'll set that in there, and because I don't want to get glue on my fingers, I'm gonna, oh no. Oh no. I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on this. And this is probably not necessary. It doesn't say in the instructions to do this, but I'm just gonna put a little bit on there, and then we will just slide this down in the hole. Just like so. Now we're going to repeat this for all 4 legs.
Here I'm taking a damp paper towel and rubbing it all over the top of the surface. I'll come back and sand this with 220 grit sandpaper.
So I'm not going to show you guys all the coats I put on this, but this is probably the 6th, 7th coat I've put on here today. And I don't know, I'm not the best finisher on my projects, but I've been trying to get better. But what I did on this one is I have had fans going and just turned them off all day in here to blow out the fumes and to try to help keep the humidity maybe down and help this dry faster. But what I've done is I've put very thin coats on this thing, and I've just been putting them on every hour or so whenever they dry. Whenever they're not sticky anymore, I come out here and apply another coat. And I've just done that all day today. I'll probably end up putting a couple more coats on this, 2 or 3 more. So the table build's finished and I got it moved in the kitchen. This thing, I have to say, is just wonderful. I absolutely love this table, the way it turned out. I can't wait to possibly make another one, and I'll make sure I record it if I do. I'm just sitting on a bucket right now, so it's not like it's going to be right here when I get chairs put in here or built or whatever. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun. Seriously, this was probably the funnest project I've made in a long time, and it was pretty easy. If you would, take a moment and hit that subscribe button, and you'll be able to see more videos like this. And you can go check out my channel now and see all kinds of videos I have on there. Thanks again for watching, and as always, y'all will see me next time.